Hello. Right, now, today in this video, or tonight in this video, it's 5 to 9 at night, on a Saturday, just back from the cinema, it's good. I'm going to do something a bit different. I've never used these outdoor wash machines before, so I'm going to just, I've not actually using any of my stuff that I would, my clothes that I would use in the house, because I've never used it before, so it's probably fine, but I'm just going to do it like a test, just to try it out. I've got an old picnic, tartan picnic rug in my boot, and my mate's, he's going to meet me here as well shortly, and if he's got anything, I could just put them in the machine. It's the outdoor machines. I've never used these. I've seen them before. They've been up probably a few years now, but I've never really had any reason to use them. But I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to make a video of it. I'm going to just give it a shot. I'm going to try them out with just some test stuff, like just to see what it's like. I've never used it. I'll tell you what, I'll turn the camera and I'll show you. You'll get a better idea what I'm putting on it. So it's these machines. It's part of the Revolt, I think it is. Revolt Washing Company, something like that. I'm just going to be a picture for this for the thumbnail. So yeah, they've got like 9 kilograms, 20 kilograms, and then you've got a dryer as well. So I'm going to use probably both of them, and just give it a go. I've never had any reason to use them before, until just curiosity. So I do have my own washing machine, but it's handy to know if my if you've got a problem with your washing machine that breaks down and you need to get your clothes done, then it's always good to know that you've got these to use. I also, as well, because I do a lot of travelling and go to a lot of places, different cities and towns, villages, and if they're out and about, you know me, if you've seen my videos before, that I travel around and I'll stay in a travel lodge for a while, and if I've got clothes that I might want to wash, it's always handy to know that these things are nationwide, because they're not just here in Dundee. This is where this one is at, the Drumgeeth Park. It's UK, it might even be European, I don't know, but I think certainly it's all around Britain, which is handy to know. So you could go online, find out where they are. I don't know how many other companies do this sort of thing, but it's handy. Like I say, if you're on holiday or whatever, and you want to wash a lot of clothes, and then you've got that option as well. It's 24/7, 24/7. So I'm going to have a closer look. Sorry, I said it was a Revolt or something. It's a Revolution Laundry. I don't know how I got the words mixed. I was thinking of something else. It was not Revolt, so it's Revolution Laundry. I've got a wee bit here online. I'll show you just what it's got here. So it's Revolt Laundry. You could find the nearest locations, how it works. It's quite straightforward, actually. I mean, I've never used them before. I've never had any reason to use them, and I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to just find a reason just to try it out, and I might as well share my experience with you. Maybe for those that haven't even considered using them, well, this might enlighten you about that they exist, and just how easy it is to use, I suppose. So I can't really say, I'd probably say they've been around for about 5 to 10 years maybe. I'll see there's other companies that do them as well. So looking at the map, the Google Maps, I've just typed in Revolution Laundry UK map, and as you can see, they're dittoed about all over the UK. If this thing will focus, if this phone will behave itself and focus in, so I could at least, it's just not going to do it. Okay, I'll just try again. Right, so they're sort of like scattered around the UK. in England as well. So it's useful to know that. As I say, I think there may be other companies as well, but this is the Revolution one anyway that I'm concerned with just now. There are some rivals as well. Some rival companies to Revolution Laundry include KIS Wash and other laundromats. So I don't know just how big these companies are. I've never had any dealings with them before. So this will be the one I'll use because it's 9 kilograms. I've only got like one item. I don't know if my mate's going to bring other things with him, but seems fairly straightforward. I mean, detergents, the washing powder's included. Quick wash, I'll just do a quick wash. Customer service, 7 days. Softener provided, cement warn alert. So you get like an SM alert to warn before the end of the wash cycle, which means you could just, go away somewhere and then you could time it, but then I suppose it gives you an alert. So this is the thing that. So I'm not going to put it on yet. I'll wait till my mate comes here as well. He might have something. He's wanting to see this too. So I'm just having a wee sort of look around on this. So I won't get into it at the moment because oh shit, I don't want to go into that just now. I'm just sort of going to. I'm not going to get into that right now because I'm not ready to use it yet, but just having a wee look at this as well. This is the big dryer, like. So it's massive. Christ, you could probably fit someone in there. Blimmin' heck. It reminds me of my favourite TV show, Prisoner Cell Block H, where they used the laundry dryer. Put people in it. Big industrial sized dryers. So I would say it would be fairly straightforward with this. You would just stick your, I think the keep the doors open recommended. Stick the wet clothes in there, maybe another would screenshot and you just press start. That would probably be included in this control panel thing here. This will be the main one that will select number 3 and then select to dry number 1 when it's done. I guess I'll find out. It's quite it's another one on this side as well. So there's this will accommodate, so if somebody's here, because no milk, two people will arrive and they'll use each side when the mate arrives. Yeah, it's typical. It's car wash as well and jet washes. This is just a Drumgeeth Park one. So let's show you the side. So that gives you a better. It's probably straightforward. This will be boring for some that have used this before, but I've never used this laundrette before. So I don't know how many people that's watching this have used it before, but I'm just going to make a wee video of it anyway. So I'm guessing that like be an emergency stop or something. In these places I'll just sort of prop up where there's a water supply, an electricity supply and a drainage supply, i.e. where there's like jet washes were there first, so it's ideal if they're going to be like water involved and drainage involved. So they'll be like next to shopping centres and places like that. I've seen them, as I say, it's just one of these things that I just don't really give a second thought. I've been aware of them for quite a while. I've driven past them, I've just walked, but I've never really gave it any thought. And one day I just said, come on, I'm going to actually try them out. They might come in useful in our holiday. Prior to that, I just used to just bring in loads of clothes so I could change into it, and I'd have a dirty laundry bag to take back home. But I'll get used to using all this stuff. Anyway, I'll wait till my mate gets here, and I'll start. I'll put a wash on. So I didn't really have anything. I've not really got much, so I just thought of this. Come on, I'll just stick this in then, because it's not really that important. So I'm just going to. It's an awful lot, like for a 9 kilogram, but you know what? I'm not caring. It's just, as I say, just to use it, try it out. and my mates, if he's got something to put in as well, then could put more in it to wash. So just still waiting on my mate coming, shouldn't be long. It kind of like reminds me of these times where I used to get the electric bikes that were on hire. Still, there's some cities that do this, but there was a company in Dundee that done it, but they went into liquidation. But it was just quite an experience. You had to download the app and everything and book it online, and then the electric bike was on charge. That was all on charge ports. You would just collect it, use the, hire it out. I think it timed how long you were on it, and then by the time you put it back to any of the charging ports, it would clock how long you had it for and charge accordingly. And that's kind of like what this reminds me of, because the bikes are 24/7 as well. The laundrettes, I was always, the old traditional laundrette where there was a shop, you actually, a building you went in and you just gave them the stuff, and then they would, you would drop off like when my washing machine was packed up, we had to then go to the laundrette and just give them a black bag full of dirty laundry, and then they would wash it, come down later on and collect it, and that's how we done it. But unlike other times we used to wash big heavy items like big quilts and that, would take it to the laundrette shop, But with that thing there at 20 kilograms, that would probably do it, a big quilt. But that's what we used to do. But now that they've got these sort of things at 20, I don't know, the 24/7 washing machines, I don't know if other countries have done this before us, but it's fairly new to Dundee. I mean, I'd say within the last 10 years that these things started to crop up. I thought you had to use an app as well. I think there's an option you could probably book it or something if you get an app or something. In fact, I'm going to have a look online and see if there is an app option where you could book it in that. This is like arrive and drive, arrive and wash for me, on this occasion. So there is an app as well, the Revolution Laundry app, which allows you to find your nearest local laundromat, that's what they're called. So you can find your nearest local laundromat, pay your wash and dry, and you can get some discounts, frequently asked, and washing tips, contact numbers. So there is an app there as well, which is not really surprising to be honest. In this day and age, everything seems to be going apps these days, don't they? It's an app for everything now, isn't there? Near enough. But there you go, there is an app for it. Just still waiting. Shouldn't be long now. He said he'd be. But as soon as he gets here, we'll stick the washer on and give it a shot. See what like. I'll get used to it now. It'll be another thing that I could bear in mind for when I go on holiday. There's that option. And if we're a place for a washing machine, let's hope it doesn't break anytime soon. But if it does break down, then the option is here. At least I've tried this before. That would save the day, so to speak, instead of having to wait to go to the laundry. I'm not sure what the prices are. In fact, I'm just going to check that as well. So, there's some prices here as well. Revolution Laundry is also known as Wash Me UK. Is that that's him now. Right, that's my mate just arrived now, I think. What is it? That's some phone in. He's just 2 minutes away. He's got to throw his old work fleece in as well. So it makes it more worthwhile. He might as well use the thing. Get something washed, even though it's just to try it out. Might as well get some use out of it. The price. That was someone else that drew up in their car. I thought that was my mate arriving there, but that's just somebody going to the jet wash. Right, where was it? The cost ranges from £5.50 to £11. 15 minutes of drying, £2. Or is that €2? It's arrived. I'm going to get this wash on soon. There's something that I haven't done yet. I just want to hear what I could probably gauge what type of motors are in there. When I spin the drum there by hand, it's had the like typical AC universal motor sound like what's in your normal wash machines at home. But the big 20 kilogram wash will be probably an industrial sized motor. Be interesting to hear what that sounds like. I get my sound at the moment because there's a blooming jet wash on right next to it that's drowning out the noise, but that sounds like a wash machine drum at the house. But this one being a big 20 kilogram one, I don't know, it could maybe be a direct drive motor, but it doesn't have that kind of sound that it makes the DC, the AC, what do you call it, what the name, universal motor. He's got a, you got an old Lister wash or something. Yeah, good. I've got the tartan, the rug in the back, you know that tartan rug I've got. I'm going to just put that on. I'll maybe on another video I'll use the big wash machine, the 20. I want to hear what that sounds like. But that, when I spun the drum by hand, you could usually I could tell, I'll have an idea what the motor sounds like, what type of motor's in it, if it's the brushless or permanent magnet or the universal AC ones. My mum used to have back in 1987 when she got her first hot point wash machine. I remember the sound it made. It was different to what the one that my dad had. The new Paul washing machine was a different type of motor. But once they introduced the speed sensors in them, they've got like the brushes in the back and there's a tachometer, and it was a different setup of motor, and I was able to identify the different sounds in them, like. But I'd like to hear what the big industrial motor sounds like. Anyway, it's time to get the machine on. I think I'll probably just start, now that that jet wash is off, you'll hear what I mean. See, that sounds like in the domestic motor, the big 20 kilogram, that was a 9 kilogram one that I just spun. This is the big one. It kind of sounds different. It might be a direct drive, it might just be a big industrial size belt driven one, but maybe save that one for later on another video when I do the big machine. But I'm going to do the 9 kilogram first for this video. Moments of truth is now to get the washing in and get this thing switched on. So put this in. Just going to get his fleece. And I'll just wait on that. Put that in next. I want to know what the tumble dryer sounds like as well. I wonder what type of motor. There'll be a blower motor in there. The motor, and there'll be a blower system. Obviously that's what spins the fan to circulate the hot air around. You've got your main drive motor which spins the drum, but that'll probably have another pulley on it that drives the blower for the hot air, because there is on our tumble dryer, because my dad fixed the brushes or something, or done something to it, but I remember seeing there was a secondary drive off the motor which turns the blower for the blowing the hot air into the drum. So just going to put this in and as well make use of it if I'm going to spend money on it. As well do some kind of wash. So in that goes. Right, so there's not a lot, but we're going to use it. It's the smallest size I've got, it's 9 kilogram. So straightforward, I presume you just close that and you would lock it. There's instructions here, quite straightforward. Number 3. So this is the bit where we go through this touchscreen. Before continuing, please find our terms and conditions of use. Press continue to accept. Scan QR code, register, access your latest offers, pass, we don't have that. Select required wash, well it's a wash. 9 kilograms at £5.50, machine number 3. Select the required temperature. Do you have a set temperature? What temperature you put in it? In the same, I'll just put it at 40 because I don't want to wait too long. If you put it at a higher temperature, it's going to take longer because it's going to heat the water, and this water's going to be pretty cold in the middle of winter. It's like January the 24th, so it's freezing. It's actually about 2 degrees or something, maybe even less. So I'm just going to put it at 40. I don't want to wait here all night. So I'm going to select 40 degrees. This is just a test, it's not important. Oh shit, oh there we go. No more wash. Okay, now select additional options: a pre-wash for £1, softener for £1, or softener and sanitizer for £1.50. I'll just ignore them for now. It's just a basic wash I want. Would you like to receive a text notification 5 minutes before the end of the wash? Yeah, okay, let's give it a go then. Yeah, okay. Service free of charge. Right, so I'm not going to show the number that I put in, obviously, so I'll pause that bit. In fact, hang on, I just put my phone number in, which I'm not going to broadcast that, but you just type it in and press next basically. No printed receipt, email option available. Do you want to continue? Continue, yes, there's no printed receipt. Please pay the amount shown. I have a promotional code. Nope, I don't. Pay and email receipt. Yeah, I'll go for that. Oh, mind you, I've got to put my email address as well, but I'll do that then. But I won't show it. Right. So I'm gonna I'll just type my email in there. Right, my email address in and just press to confirm. I do not wish to highlight or broadcast that, so I paused it on that bit. So it's just a case of all, please pay the amount shown, which is £5.50. Follow the instructions on the payment terminal. Well, I'm going to use my contact card for this. Action complete. Touch this. Are you still here? Yes. Touch the screen to continue. Fill machine number 3. Thanks for your custom. See you soon. I'm going to over 3,000 laundrettes. They've got 3,000 of them then. Right, to start service, place items in machine, close the door and press start. Well, we've already loaded the machine up. Items are in, door is locked, press start. And that tells you what, that's giving you an estimated time. So it's 34 minutes because it's 40 degrees. It will probably almost certainly be longer if it was at 60. As I said earlier, the water will be really cold this time of year, so I don't want to wait too long, so I'm just going to settle for 40 degrees. 34 minutes approx. Press start. Weighing. So it weighs it. That's interlock on the door, I think I heard. And there it's turning. So it's actually like spinning. I must just be to settle the clothes because it's weighing them. It must weigh the clothes by how much of the load that it puts on the motor.
That's how you spin me right round.
That sounds like the domestic washing machine. That's what it's doing, it's spinning to the ways.
How long does it take to wash?
Just 34 minutes, approximately. Yeah. Which is probably not bad considering. The machine is spinning for whatever reason. I think what it's doing is it's in the progress of weighing it. It must detect the amount of load that's put on the motor when it's spinning. It'll do that through the current that it draws, and it'll estimate how heavy the clothes are. So I can only think that's why it's spinning immediately it's starting it. But it says weighing, so I'm presuming it's because the amount of resistance on the motor, that's how the tachometer works, and it varies how much. It knows how fast the motor's going, how much power it's withdrawing. It's got to take current to spin the clothes. Right, main wash. I'm just going to wait on the water heating up. Water. You can hear water. That must be. That's very, like, I thought I would have heard like that loud water noise that you get, that kind of water gushing sound when it fills up. But it's just sort of like a trickling sound. Ecological detergent included. I didn't get it softened, but I don't really bother about that.
So that's for 30 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah. You're going to do something useful in that time, you might as well.
Well, I've got a Chinese curry in my car.
He's going to go to Asda to get. You might as well, that's what it's for.
I might go and get a container at Asda. We've got a hot curry in that car, so I might just put curry in there and just come back and eat it while that's cooking.
That's what most people probably do actually, is to put their clothes in and go do something.
I take 5 minutes, 32.
Whereas I stay here to watch it because it's interesting for me, but he's probably thinking
What?
you'll get your curry, that's probably more interesting. So I shall stay put and just see what's going on here. I like to hear the machines working anyway. I would like to know how these things are built and how they work. I'd like to see all the, if they're serviced one day, I'd like to be here to see them getting serviced. I'm interested in how they work, the motors. I want to know what the pump sounds like, the drain pump sounds like as well on this. I'm really looking forward to trying this big one out. Maybe with my other mate as well. He was going to join us tonight, but he's got another thing came up, so he said he'll do it on the next one, on another one. So perhaps we can have more clothes, maybe bring more stuff, more like maybe old blankets or something that will make this work. The 20 kilograms, like I've got an old boiler suit and some old stuff that I could just put in there to try this big one out, and then I could sort of like see what the quality of the wash is like after it's done. Maximum fill line, so this drum could fill up to there. That's a fair old size, like. So yeah. You smell I wonder how warm the door is. Yeah, it's a little warm, 40 degrees centigrade, so that's the water temperature. I want to hear what the pump sounds like, the drain pump, if it's the same type as the domestic pumps. Normally the domestic washing machine uses a pump that has the, it's like a cross impeller, a plastic cross impeller. It's about 35 watts. I presume because ours is a 9 kilogram wash, and this being 9 kilograms, it's probably sufficient to use the same pump. I think really, even for the big one, the pump might even still be the same. I will have more water to, presumably because it's a bigger drum, I'll have more water to empty, but if it's given enough time, the smaller pump will do the job just as well, you know, I'll empty it. But if it's for time and energy used and the wash cycle times, they might use a higher rated pump to drain the water out quicker. The motor will be, as I say, it could be a direct drive motor which is on this actual spindle, like a hub motor, or it could be a belt driven. I think that one, it does sound like the AC universal motors that are in the most domestic washing machines, certainly from when they introduced the speed controller. But like I said, my dad's old Newport washing machine from the 70s and 80s, I remember him getting it new. I remember that washing machine, we got it new in 1978, the Newport. It lasted up till about mid-80s. I definitely had a different motor sound to it. It wasn't like the AC universal type motors with the speed controller. It just had a different sound. I remember the sound. I watched my dad repair it. I remember the motor, it was a kind of purple colour, round colour, whereas the merging motors are kind of aluminium cased and come in different segments, and you've got the coil windings in the centre, then you've got the open bits to cool the windings down, and you've got the double, if you've got like stator windings, you've got tachometer as well in the back of them. Now we just recently got a brand new washing machine that's got a permanent magnet motor on the rotor or a commutator, so there's just stator windings, so it's a smaller like in size. It doesn't have the tachometer on the back either, so I still want to learn a bit more about that type of motor, permanent magnet motor. But yeah, I would love to see inside these as well, see how they work. It's washing away still. Record the highlights of the wash, like when it comes to the emptying and the spin. I won't make this video too long with that, and I'll record when we go to the dryer as well. So I just shifted the car out the way there because there's a hoover right there as well, and somebody's needing to get to the hoover, so I've just moved out the way a bit. The machines, I'll go back to them. Actually, I guess this is an opportunity to warm my hands up a bit. It's a wee bit chilly. Well, it is actually a bit freezing. So obviously the water going in there has to be, it'll be off the mains supply, but as long as it doesn't freeze in the washing machine, you know, when it's dealing with water, you think, well, maybe the water might start freezing in the pipes because it's outside. There might even be like a heater or insulation or something inside that box, you know, the big container to keep the pipes from freezing up, you know, like the drain pipe and that. They're not going to heat the water on the drain pipe, so if it's freezing like it is tonight, it'd be a worry, a bit of a concern if the pipes for draining the water, if it was going to freeze up, you know. So there could be like maybe a heating system just to make sure the water doesn't freeze up in the pipes and block the pipes and that. But I'm sure they will have thought of all that. Similar to the jet wash, I mean, I suppose the water coming in there will just come through the similar sort of, maybe a preheater or something just to prevent it from freezing. They won't obviously add any additives to it like antifreeze, like you do in a radiator in a car to stop it from freezing. It'll just have to be some sort of heat source to do that. Anyway, let's see how the wash is getting on. Saying there's maybe a sort of heater method in there to stop the water from freezing up in the cold weather. 2 minutes left. There's like 21 minutes left. Probably 21 minutes actually. So I think that could be its first empty, or its first rinse. I didn't hear the pump. So the whole thing is on a suspension. This whole unit is on a suspension system. So it's like the industrial sized one will be similar. That too's on a this whole unit here's on a suspension system. So I do think this is like a domestic size motor. You know, like what they're using in domestic washing machines, because our washing machine's 9 kilograms, so I think all the running gear will be the same as the household ones. As I say, 20 kilogram, I think that's industrial size, so it'll be interesting to hear what that sounds like. But that'll be in another video. I want to hear all this big dryer as well, what that sounds like, because that's going to be in an industrial size. It'll be interesting to hear what the motor and blower sounds like on that. It does actually highlight what it's doing. The rinse cycle, 18 minutes and 40 degrees. Well, 40 degrees is the wash, that's done. It doesn't heat the water for rinse, it's just cold water for that, so it's... ahead when it comes to drying them, there's I'll just put it on the 15-minute one, because it's certainly nothing like any of these weights. It's going to be in the 1 to 5 kilogram. So high temperature dry set time. Push to start, so you must, once it gets round to that. Extract, 16 minutes. I've got my phone handy. I want to hear what the text's like 5 minutes before. Getting a text from a washing machine. I've never had that one before. So it's dancing about a bit. Washing powder smells alright as well, from what I could smell. Smells okay. Ah right, so when it said extract, that will be extracting the water out. Presumably that's when the emptying the pump will be on and it will be rinsing out. This is now, when it's got extract, it'll be spinning and extracting the water out, and the water will be pumped out. This is on the rinse cycle, so it's filling up with water again. So the pump might be further back in this whole assembly. That's maybe why I couldn't hear it so loud, because in the domestic washing machines you could hear the pump because it's just down at the bottom on the most ones, but this one's probably further in. So we're getting some footage of the water. Comes in from the top, is just a bit filled up I think. Does this rinse? 10 minutes left. So if you've seen my videos, you might know that I've put up a washing machine series on the channel. I took the old washing machine apart, basically, the old one. I showed various footage of the new one, unpacking it, footage underneath, footage during its wash cycle, footage of the old machine doing its last wash, and then I took the counterweights off it, took the motor and the pump off. I'm going to do a project and completely take the washing machine apart and record all the parts. This my mate now, he's done something useful for his time, and like, yeah, this is method and interesting. Only 9 minutes left. So he's got his curry. Get your curry then, did you? Just 9 minutes left. Yeah. Not long then, you've got another 15 minutes with the dryer. Oh, we're waiting another 15 minutes. I might just wait in there with his water. So it's on the extract again, that means it will be emptying and spinning. He's going to have his curry, which is a good idea, after a hard day's work. I was working yesterday, 7 days in a row up until Thursday off, and then Friday off the weekend. Oh, countdown, that must be its fast wash, fast spin. I wonder how fast it spins. When it comes to this one, who's going to fit the bill? It's £11 for a wash on that. And I think when at the end of the wash you have to do a separate programme for a dry. So that's my work that just went past there. That's what I do, I drive the buses. So I have seen this when I drive past there on the 10 and on the 17. I was aware of this whole thing being here because of that. But I mean, there's only 4 minutes left. It's starting to really spin up now. This must be the final spin. 1500, 1600 maybe? Or is it just 1400? I don't know. It's spinning. Maximum will, I think. Yes. Wash me, or wash.me. It's owned by the Revolution. A text message from the washing machine basically. It's 1 minute before it finishes. The laundry is almost ready to come and pick up. So is it done? I've just got to wait on the door interlock. Well, once that, I just want to see what it says. It'll probably say ready or something. It completely stops. And you get like a couple of minutes. So I heard the click, that means door can be opened. That's the interlock. Free to remove, so it's safe to stick my hand in there and get the clothes out. So, moments of truth. It smells alright. It's only a 40 degrees wash, but so I've just stuck the clothes in the dryer. I shall now go to the control panel. Touch the screen again. Set, pass, a dry this time. So I don't know what's happening there because program complete, anti-crease. So So it was paused. I had pause on there before, so I just want to know what's going on now. For whatever reason it doesn't want to accept. I don't know if it's a dryer that was still needing reset or something, but I could go around to the other side and try the other one. Program complete, anti-crease, right, so how's it not resetting then? That's just the display, so no touching that. It's not actually coming up as an option on here, for whatever reason. So I don't want another wash obviously, so I'm just going to go back. It's the dryer one, so it's not seem to be responding on this side, so I'm going to try the other side. So what I've done is I opened the door, closed it again, it's become available. It's reset. Obviously the previous program that was still on there before I got here it showed up paused. So it's on the same side, it's now available on here. So I'm going to dry the clothes, delicate because it's just a wee quick dry, 15 minutes. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go back. I'm going to try normal, see if we get 15 minutes, yep. Continue the top of this sheet, yeah. So I'll pause it before I put the email, I'm not showing that online. So I've entered the email, just got to know, just scan the card over the contactless payment for the £3.50 for the 50 minutes washer, for the 50 minutes dryer I meant to say. I've paid the tariff, fill machine number 1, well that's obviously the dryer, which is this one. Clothes are in, door is shut, medium temperature, press start. And there it goes. We have started up the big industrial dryer. And the sounds, this will be where the exhaust is for the dryer. If I want to warm my hands up, I would just stand there and get the hot air coming out, warm air coming out of there. So there's not that much really going on other than it's just tumbling the clothes around in the dryer for 15 minutes. So I don't really need to stand out here freezing myself. I might just sit in my mate's car, keep myself warm. But anyway, that's it running. And that's really all there is to it. It gets a bit steamy by the looks of it. It's obviously to be expected. That's whole water's becoming a gas because it's been heated. Turns to steam and then it will exhaust out of here. It smells quite nice actually because it's nice clean laundry smell. It's the physics behind it anyway, but that's really all that's going to be happening as far as this is concerned. Really much difference in sound or anything else exciting going on. It's just going to be doing that for 15 minutes. Well, it's quite nice and warm, but so I'm not going to record much more than that. That's really all there is to it. There's not much happening. It's just simply going to do that for the whole 40 minutes. But it does smell quite nice actually. There's laundry smell coming out of that exhaust. That's where so obviously as the air will get sucked in from somewhere now. I wonder where it sucks the air in. Probably from the top where it's clean. I won't have the suction air at the bottom because it'll suck all the dirt in. So I'll probably draw air in from the top. Then it will get sucked in to the drum via the blower. Because there's a fan in there that will blow the warm air. There'll be a heating element obviously. Heats the air that's coming in and the motor will just tumble the clothes onto that, get a big tumble dryer. The steam then will come out as the water's evaporating. There must be like a pressure, I wonder now how it works. The air will go in, it's got to create a pressure because it's got to suck and extract the air out as well. I'm not quite sure what order that will go in, but it's got to extract on the bottom there anyway, all this exhaust. So it's all it did there is it stopped turning and it's now turning the opposite way, just for making it more efficient to dry. At least that's my understanding of what's going on. I would like to know where the air is inducted, induction air, the intake air for it. That's certainly the outtake air, the exhaust. So I wonder how warm it is now. It's actually quite pleasant, nice and warm on my hands. fingers are freezing. So I'm going to sit in my mate's car, warm myself up a bit while that's going on, and I'll video once it's done and show you what it's like when it's finished, what it shows up on the gas. Now I can only assume that maybe perhaps who was on it before might have opened it out and it was on pause, because it had pause on that wee display up there. So that may be the reason why it wasn't showing up on the control dash. It wasn't an option on there, wasn't responding. But I opened the door, closed it, and it must have reset something. It became available, and then it became available on the control dash. So then the option was there to select dry and pay for the drying program. 15-minute one for normal. You get the delicate and the other thing as well. It's a bit longer. You pay a bit more if you have it on longer. So I'm just warming up a little bit. So it's I think there's about 8 or 9 minutes left or something on the dry cycle. So that seems to be it. It just basically stops. Medium temp, dry, set program completed. So it's safe to open, I presume. I can see it's not to open it. Oh, that's nice and cosy. Oh, I'll tell you that. Oh, bright. Anyway, moments of truth. They're nice and dry, they smell good. Oh, that is cosy. Nice and warm. So yeah, bone dry, smells nice, and I'll ask my mate what he thinks of his fleece. So what's your verdict then?
Cosy.
Nice and cosy and nice and clean. It smells nice.
Nice and fresh as well.
Good.
Good for the winter.
Good. Right, so that's pretty much it. I've spent a total of £9. As I say, it was only just a test wash. I could have got a lot more done than that. But it's always useful to know. Fairly straightforward to use. If I could do it, well, I could certainly do it. And I've showed you what I've done. And that's really it concluded. So that's the video complete. I've not had much more to do. I've used the washer, the 9kg one, the dryer, which is just 20 kilograms, 15 minutes. I'll do another video when I use the big industrial sized, well, 20 kilograms. I don't think you get 20 kilogram domestic washing machines. I don't think the domestic ones go up as far as that, I'm not sure, but I'll use the 20 kilogram, and I'll probably find some stuff that will make it worth the money. I know I just spend a lot of money just to, because it's about £11 I think it was for that, for the big one, and then the dry, but maybe I'll chip in, see what happens. But anyway, that's it. That's the video done. So make what you want of it. I just wanted to highlight what I was doing today. Regarding them, I've never used them. It's the first time. I think it'll be useful to know that when I've got dirty laundry on the holidays and that. It's probably the only time. And of course, unless if the machine breaks down, then there's options there. Or if there's like a big heavy cut or something, it seems really clean. I mean, the drums and that were clean. I checked them before I put the stuff in, like, you know, it's just out in the open. So, but there's a camera there, so they'll be watching what's going on for, like, you know, make sure there's not any problems with it, because it is, it's outside, so you don't. It's sort of like made sure I check first before I put my clothes in, you know, for obvious reasons. But it's CCTV there, so I reckon it seemingly seems alright so far. I've only used it once. I'll get me confident to, or happy to use them again if need be. Anyway, that's it for this video. I'll do the 20 kilogram one at another time soon. Thanks for watching. See what else I put on my channel, and I'll catch you later on. Yeah, get myself warmed up. It's freezing.